Spider Motions, what up, bro? What is up? Waza, what's up, man? Welcome in, welcome in. I'm doing good, man. How are you today? Was having a good weekend so far? Mike, what's up, man? Sacco, some would say right on time. Me, I'm some. Use a mess toys for a custom. Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask that. I've been curious about them, but I haven't really definitely hasn't been a top priority of mine to get a hold of one of those figures and try to make a custom out of it. They look good from what I've seen, but Razor, Joe Mama, what's up, boys? Yeah, they're making a Venom and a Chasm. Yeah, if I'm to get a mess toys, it'll probably be. I don't really care about the Venom. I have a Venom I'm really happy with, my custom. It probably, especially now that Jade is making Invincible, I probably want to get the Invincible. It'd honestly probably just be the maybe the Chasm, because that's something. I mean, Marvel Legends has made it, but theirs wasn't amazing, so I would consider the Chasm. Scarlet Spider looks good. Superior Spider-Man looks good, but I have the Mafex Scarlet Spider and my custom Superior Spider-Man, so don't really feel a desire for those either. So honestly, it'd probably just be Chasm for me. I skipped on the Symbiote too because it just really wasn't a need for me. I have so many Symbiote Spider-Mans already that I really like, so. "46 people in 2 minutes." Yeah, they go fast, Sacco. Don't worry. Oh yeah, I saw the new thing, Mike. That looked really good. Rain, what's up, man? Jason. Have you seen people do customs? Yeah, the Spider-Man 29 to the Batman Beyond. I've seen a couple so far. Looks really good. Tonight we are working on. Well, we got to finish up the the Hobgoblin from last week or Tuesday. I've done a lot of work on it behind the scenes, so we can move over to that real quick here. It's coming out really good so far. The legs are done. I'm just working on the arms now, and then maybe a couple more upgrades to the torso, and then we'll be fully done. So I mostly just have to touch up some of the gauntlet. Joe Mama, yeah, Doom's still hanging out. Let me see what else. Yeah, Hobgoblin's for the Apocalypse Universe. Great stuff on Hobgoblin. Thank you, Joe Mama. Have I made a battle damage Spidey? I have not. Okay, Rain, I'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, the colors, yeah, definitely. Pose perfect. What up, bro? Good to see you're here. You know, Zacho, I saw you counting down how late I was in Discord, so I made sure to be even later, just for you. Because I know you always keep tabs. So I was like, oh, he's already counting. I'm a minute late. I'm 6 minutes late. Let me just go ahead and make some tea then, take my time. Customers are looking good. Diamond Jet, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Zacho's a stalker. He always tries to say I am, but he's the one that's a little bit stalker. Oh, thank you guys so much for all the congratulations. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Black Hole, we're working on a Hobgoblin again. Because he's in. Yeah, you know, I don't blame him. I get it. I would do the same thing if I was him, so I can't blame him. I'm pretty great. Can't find any white paint for my. Can't find any white paint is actually crazy. But I'll definitely say maybe silver, like a really light gray, like this gray I use a lot. It's like really light. when painted on, that might work for you in a pinch. Yeah, the symbiote part is a surprise for a little bit later. He's cooking in the background right now. Oh, good. Slasher. We'll be here a while, you know how it is, but you can come and go as you please and leave whenever you need to. No hard feelings. Got the swords in place. Let those dry for a minute. Rage Slasher, what's your question? I think I missed that. Damn, Krillin's a little bit of a freak, huh, PPF? Derek, we are working on Hobgoblin right now. Is that Doom in the background? Yeah, that's Doom. He's hanging out right there. Do you want to voice act my new video? Yeah, I'll voice act. Well, you know, I can't fight the allegations any longer. If he's interpreted as Deathstroke, then so be it. Deathstroke found his way in Marvel's universe, then I guess, wreaking havoc on Spidey. What else did I want to do? How many kinds of paint? Like brands, I only have like 2 or 3, but colors, like probably close to 50 at this point, I think. I know some people like buy paint like per project, but I more or less just buy it when I need it. So I try to reuse colors a lot. My desk is a mess. Don't mind it. Oh yeah, Warlord Lex would be perfect for that too, huh? Monkey Man, what's up, bro? Oh, I've seen some people do a custom like that, and that's pretty sick. Black Hole, mostly because I want to make another symbiote. I have an idea for a symbiote body, and it doesn't, you know, like I was saying when we were talking, it was, you know, Monster Rock would be fun to make or something like that. But also just, I know we've talked on past live streams about like making my own like symbiote, which I think would be cool too. And so I just wanted to see what colors meant, if they meant anything at all, so that I like knew I could maybe base what mine looked like off of that. You know what I mean? Off of like what colors to use. But since they don't really have too much purpose, I'll just use colors that look cool. Give him removable wings. Like what design? Was that Ultimate Hobgoblin had wings? Like that design? Oh no, never mind. I know it's like that Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure where he's got wings. He's got like the hoodie and the wings. That could be fun. Yeah, I've been told yellow, yellowish green. I think Black Hole sent me some pictures on Discord of like Ultimate Alliance Hobgoblin or something. It's got a little bit more yellow and green and stuff. So I've been given options, but I'm like pretty much like done with the figure. I've been working a bunch off camera the past couple of days, so I don't know where I would like retroactively fit some of these colors, admittedly. I guess ultimately if I finish it and it's perceived as Deathstroke instead of Hobgoblin, that's just Deathstroke. Sadly, there's not much more I can do about it at that point. The music, Zach, the music's playing. You might not just be able to hear it. You can make it any color you want. Yeah, that's why I came to learn based off of your knowledge of symbiotes. So that's cool. Mike, thank you. I look forward to being able to receive donations then one day. Who knows when that day will be? Just time and patience at this point. Just still waiting for long form to catch on. Who knows what long form video will be that will randomly catch on and get the algorithms to like me enough. I'd like to figure out how to like, you know, like make short form content still too, because I haven't been posting a lot recently. I posted the other day, yesterday, but I think it got taken down because of copyright issues. So eventually, maybe we'll see. All right, cool. All the blue that I wanted on there is there. What's the belt look like? The belt is good. Pred, what's up, bro? Good to see you. I was wondering if you're gonna make it in. Yeah, Gamer Guy Mike. I had literally copied the link to post it into the Discord, and then I saw you had already posted it. I was like, damn, he was fast. It's cool though. Thank you. Thank you for the support and such fast support. Jason, what up? What? Sorry, so what were some of your suggestions? I might have missed it. I just went back briefly in chat to try to catch up. I saw like straps and pouches and stuff. Saw that comment. Chat is active tonight, which I love. But I might miss even more messages than usual, so bear with me. How many streams have you missed? I don't know. How many have you missed? I streamed last Friday, this Tuesday, and then that's it, and then today. Honestly, probably not a lot. All right, Pred Helmet, no worries, bro. Animatrix, yeah, this is Hobgoblin. Be yellow, make the design a bit more hobgobby. Okay. Noted. Cool. What else did I paint black on the neck? Jason, building a Hobgoblin tonight. Well, I guess depending on who you ask these days. You'll get varying degrees of responses on who this is. Nice. I think that's about it for the silver dry brush I wanted to do. Yeah. All right. Clean that brush off. Touch up some of the gray I missed on the back. Yo, what's up everybody? Everyone new that's in, welcome in. We're working on Hobgoblin tonight. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for coming and stopping in on your Saturday night. It's always a blast. I always look forward to this. I know it's usually Friday nights. Yesterday it got away from me a little bit and I was not able to hop on. So here we are. I was still late today, but that's okay, unless you're Zacho. Yeah, exactly, Zacho. It's just the Friday stream. I'm really late to. How's articulation? He has an insane amount of articulation on this body. This Black Manta body. This was actually like a really good good body to end up using because of how insane the articulation is. Probably out of all my McFarlane customs, this one's got some of the best articulation yet, which does also make me nervous because that creates far more paint rub. You know, I can prep for like joint paint rub and stuff, but like it's gonna be a little bit harder to prep for like the torso bumping into each other and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see throughout the duration of this figure's life what good and bad we bump into. There we go. Touch that up. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these hoses, if anything, honestly. I might just cut them out, maybe put my own wires and attach them somewhere else on a random part of the body or whatever face mask I end up using. So I'm not fully set on the face mask I thought I was going to use. A lot of people didn't seem to like it either, so potentially back to the drawing board on that one. Goofy guy, what's up? Average price? It depends. I usually get my figures for cheaper than retail. So maybe say like $10 for the figure, paint and everything. You know, granted, I have all the paint I need now, so I don't know. It would be kind of tricky to gauge. I would say like, as far as like when it goes to like me charging people for like commissions and stuff, basically I try to consider like labor and stuff more than anything, cost of materials and stuff, you know, so it varies ultimately. I hardly ever pay like full retail for a figure and then customize it. It just doesn't seem very cost effective to do all that. Although I have, it's not something I haven't done. Also, there's a lot of times where I'll like rip apart a figure and then I can make like use that to kit batch like 2 or 3 customs, you know. So then how do you decide the value of like an arm and a leg that then the torso turns into this custom and the head turns into this, and I actually use the hands for yet a third custom, you know what I mean? So I try to now to be as cost effective as possible with my customs. I was talking about it in a stream not too long ago that I've acquired a decent amount of McFarlane fodder over the past couple months as I've been like working on this and like working on just these villains like nonstop. I spent a lot of time buying up as much like cheap McFarlane stuff as I could, and so now especially I try to like make all my customs like with what I have. So that definitely keeps costs down too in comparison, you know. So think that's it for the Hobgoblin. Now I just have to clear coat them one more time. And then for all the armor pieces, I'm going to do the nail polish trick again like I did on the red goblin so that he's like really sparkly. So that's the plan there. What's the tray I'm using? This is from the brand is called Cry Duffy. It's a wet palette. It's called. You can you know, if you don't want to spend the money to get this brand's version, you can just make your own if you just look it up. Just look up wet palette. There's a ton of tutorial videos on how to make your own. It's a really common tool, especially for like mini painters and stuff. So there's a lot of really useful videos out there on how to make your own. It, for me at least, has like absolutely changed my productivity and the efficiency of my setup and stuff. So I highly recommend it to anyone who ever asks. Whether you make your own or you buy this one or something similar, yeah, it's definitely worth it. Hobo-san, I have made a Venom. Perhaps add soft blue to them around the creases, make it look like... Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Joe Mama. Yeah, as of right now, it's just going to be a plain Venom. That's the way I see it. I've talked about it a million times in streams. I just honestly have no clue how to like make one in like my world design and whatnot. So I'm just going to go with like the comic style one I have. That's, for me at least, it's good enough for me. We've like bounced around different ideas on streams and stuff, like, oh, maybe like make it like a Venom that's kind of like Bane, that kind of like is like fed the symbiote and stuff like that. So there's like cool ideas. I just never fell in love with any of the ideas or even thought up a design. So I'm just gonna rock with what I have. Batman is black paint, like one of the Batman bodies that I have. Is that what you're saying? Brad, what's up? Yeah, that's everyone always says the invite link doesn't work. I don't know. I'm an old man who has no clue how Discord works most of the time. I try to update the link as much as I can. Someone told me to do like a permanent link, and so I did, or at least I thought I did, but you guys say it still doesn't work right, so I don't know. Who knows what I'm doing right and wrong. Just the full knowledge of Discord eludes me, that's for sure. What's the name of the server? Crispy's Kitchen, I believe. To pay to make it permanently stay the same? Oh, lovely. Oh yeah, Carnum, that would be fun. Yeah, you never quite know what's going to come out of Zacho's mouth. You truly don't. Gonna work on Doc Ock next? Hell yeah. Look forward to seeing that. Okay, so Hobgoblin's in a pretty good spot. Let me show off Doom, because a couple people were asking for that. This is where I left off here. Where's his head? I just never put it on because I gave up on this custom a couple weeks ago. But right there, I've heard a pop all the way on. Let me put one more. Let's see here. One more layer of this blue on the chest so it covers better. All covers about the same. Oh, what's this figure made of? It's McFarlane. No, I can't. I can't say I ate the whole bone. Can't say I ever did that one myself. All right, goofy guys, see you, man. You guys are wild. Jason, welcome back. Chemistry, what up, bro? Main kid paint. Yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be quite the name, huh? Paint. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's a good idea, Joe Mama. Looks like it's all feeding through there now. because it's on the front too. So yeah, now I just need to figure out where to put it. So put these things. Maybe no, they're not really long enough to make it there. Not really long enough to make it anywhere. I don't know. We'll find a home for those hoses eventually, but now they're painted up, so. Damn, razor slasher. That sounds painful. So the arms I want to clear coat one last time. And the torso. The legs and the waist are good. So honestly, let me grab the nail polish. We can do the nail polish on those pieces. Looks like a Megatron profile picture. Yeah, I thought about putting it on the mask, but it won't reach. They don't really reach anywhere is the issue. I might just cut them off. Also, yeah, no, it's chemistry. Yeah, I've listened to Eminem before. Blaze, what up? Colt, yeah, we're working on customs tonight. Yep, that we are. What's up, Blaze? Good to see you again, man. How you doing tonight? What head? I don't know. I don't know yet. I showed one head last, what was it, Tuesday when we started working on this guy? And people didn't really seem too into it, so I went back to the drawing board. So now I don't have any heads selected. So he's going to be put together and finished besides his head, and then probably into the figure graveyard indefinitely. What goblin character is that? Give him a Raimi-esque mask? Yeah, well, that's what I thought about doing, is like giving him like a pretty like tech heavy mask, but I can't think of one. Out of all the stuff I own right now, I don't. Especially with like how tech heavy he is, I definitely thought about giving him like a Raimi-esque mask. That was definitely what I had in mind. Yeah, Hobgoblin didn't make any clones. Jackal did. Hobgoblin was just a dude. Mostly just worked for like contracted work, right? More than anything. Doesn't exactly hate Spider-Man nearly as much as like Green Goblin does and stuff. Most of the time, he just he's all about his own best interest. I was watching the 90s animated series the other night after our stream, and yeah, he pretty much just really only cares about what's best for the Hobgoblin. I think in that episode alone, he like double crossed Green Goblin and Kingpin like 100 times before the episode was over. Would I make the Jackal? Yeah, I definitely want to make the Jackal. I've talked about it to a couple different people in the Discord, but I definitely want to bring clones in my world at some point. Since, I mean, it's no secret now at this point that Pete dies in this world. And so I like the idea of like the eternal conflict of Miles having to fight like a Peter clone. I think that'd be fun. The moral dilemma of like having to beat up a dude who looks just like the dude that was mentoring you that died recently. I was messing around a lot today with a couple different like major jumbo DC characters I had laying around. I was gonna try to mix and match a few of them to make like a really cool like symbiote or two. Hence the title, but literally nothing went as planned. So, like most other projects recently, it's been tossed to the side. Oh yeah, a Grundy would make a really good Ultimate Goblin. The which one was cheap? The one on in the Amazon that was like the X-ray version with the Arkham Batman or whatever. Damn, I didn't realize it got that cheap. I probably didn't buy it because I really had no use for Grundy at one point. Well, I technically still don't, but your guys' ideas is good, so I guess I could like give me a reason to, but. Alright, cool. See you, Duck Gaming. Yeah, it's only cool if it's only worth it if it's cheap. You're not wrong there. It's a pretty like random 2-pack. At least it's like a whatchamacallit. Amazon exclusive, so it makes sense to be kind of like unique, and it still went on crazy blowout clearance. I'm surprised more people didn't just buy it up just to like paint up this. Well, maybe it sold fast once it got cheap, because I didn't really ever see it at that price. I guess I wasn't paying attention either too much, but because I know people really liked that Build-A-Figure, so I mean, as long as you like bought it and painted it up. Ash, what's up? We were working on Hobgoblin tonight, but now that he's pretty much done, maybe we can move over to Doom. LTM, what's up? Somebody did buy it to repaint Grundy. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure at least one person did. Power Rangers or Transformers? Like cartoons? I'd personally say Power Rangers because I've always been a Power Rangers guy. But that's just me. Yeah, the Planet Hulk. I really want that. So between that and the Mezco Hulk, we're like finally getting good Hulks. So I didn't really have a head picked out for this Hobgoblin. I originally had this head. As you can see, I primed it up. Bless you. I mean, sorry, excuse me. So I had this head, which I really liked. I was gonna cut these off, and then maybe these are where the pipes could go into, like right here, so it looks like it's like feeding him, like the energy or the power or whatever. But I don't know. No one really seemed to dig it that much, so I'll have to adjust it a little bit so it sits lower on the body. I thought it was gonna look good, but Patty, what's up? How are you today? Yeah, that too. Head's probably a little too big. So he doesn't have a head. Maz, what's that figure in the background? That is Dr. Doom. I'm doing good, Patty. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good to see you again. Yeah, I didn't realize. I think it was Mythic Legion scale, which I thought was closer to McFarlane, and like, you know, the Doc Ock head I bought was like GI Joe scale, so it was a little small. I was able to fudge it for like for the design I was going for. You know, like a little man in a huge robot suit. But this head was way bigger than I anticipated. So I mean, it's a really nice head. Print came out really good. So I guess I'll keep it around. Maybe on a bigger figure somewhere around here, I'll have a use for it, maybe. Doc Ock having small heads. Yeah, I know, he usually has a huge head, right? It's the exact opposite this time around. So let's see, the legs are done. Legs and diaper piece are fully done. Arms and body need one more clear coat, so let's put these off to the side so I can clear coat post stream. Claudia, how are you today? Should I head one more time? Sure. Oh yeah, this head for Jackal again. Chop these horns off. That'd be cool. That could work. Jackal could be a little bit bigger of a character, right? Put him on one of these larger McFarlane bodies I have laying around here somewhere. That's true. We got options. What else is all right, screw it. Let's go to Doom for a little bit. Haven't touched him in a while. So one thing I thought about, so like the diaper piece is really bothering me because the gap is pretty significant there. So what I was thinking was, what if I use the Shazam? And since that's more the size we need, I peel this off of this diaper, put this on top of the Shazam diaper. So let me go find that piece real quick. No, she's right here. Okay, I found it. Decapitated Doom. Yeah, sorry. Sorry in advance. No, I haven't used pipe cleaner for a figure before. It's pretty cool, resourceful idea, though. So how would this fit onto there? Close the gap a little bit. Yeah, because this would close the gap, and then with the tunic on top, he looks funny right now. He's got funny proportions. So let's go ahead and peel this off real quick, so we don't lose our good paint job we had there. Whoa. Oh, that came off pretty easily. I thought I was going to need my knife. And this just kind of slides like right like that. Guess it kind of works. That's gold too. Now we're going to see more of his leg too. Doom's going to be showing off more leg. we go. That's better. That's much better. Okay, so that solves the waste problem. That was really annoying me. Perfect. So let's go ahead and what's next? I guess we should paint this up real quick. I guess the Doom project is back on. Things are looking up for Doom. I guess he'll live to see another day after all. Hershey, what's up? Welcome in. Cool. Boots, I was gonna make silver too, actually. So let's go ahead and while we're silvering everything, let's go ahead and get those boots silver. I would usually, you know, you guys have watched a lot of my customs by now or seen a lot of my customs. I would usually go through and put some wear and tear on this later on, but since it's Doom, we know he would never. He's gonna need a couple layers to fully cover, but we all know Doom would never let his stuff get worn out, so this will be pristine. Hershey, I am, yeah. He's absolutely tripped out, yeah. Doom always is, right? Yeah, exactly. His armor will never have a nick on it. Like you're saying a couple of streams ago, Black Hole, he probably has a new suit tailored for him every week. Or no, every day. So there's just no stains, no creases, nothing. Rain boots dripped, absolutely. Doom knows no other way. Razor, thank you. And what's up? We are making Doom. We just finished up working on Hobgoblin. We're at Doom. Hershey, he does make sure he's 100%. Ash, my day was good. Jason, welcome back. Let's see here. My desk is a mess. I have to make sense of all of this real quick. Okay, got all the paints I need. All right. Desk is cleaned up a little bit. Let's get to Doom. Claudia, hello. What time is it for me? 11:22. So last I did was touch up all the blue and the yellow and the black. Let's go through, touch up probably some brown then. We'll go through, touch up all the brown and then the green and then the gold on the torso. And then that'll be pretty much everything on the torso will be touched up. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. Brown first. We're gonna do the darkest brown. Got a fine tip. Did a pretty good job with this brown, if I do say so myself. Not a lot of touch-up needed here. The armband looks really good. I knew, yeah, there's a little bit worn out here. I forgot I'm gonna have to paint the little Doctor Strange logo on his chest too, so we'll try to do that tonight. There's so much going on this tunic. I don't know how I'm gonna like effectively fit that on here. I guess it's gonna be a little tricky, but we'll just go for it. Honestly, the brown looks pretty good now. Guess I'll go ahead and touch up the green next. Doom getting this gun, yeah. Oh, I just put red paint in there. It looks good. I made sure they were like glossy too instead of matte. We'll probably do. Let's move to the belt real quick. Make sure the brown is good here. I was gonna wait until we put it back together just in case, but I think we can get a pretty good eye on how everything looks here. Can honestly maybe even like clear coat it before we put it back together so that it doesn't get messed up too much more. This is a little bit more, this has a teensy bit more wear on it from after one of the streams last week or 2 weeks ago when we first started working on this figure. When I went to put it back together, I realized the legs weren't going to work as good. Right after I finished the stream, I ended up ripping it apart like 3 different times, trying different leg, diaper, torso combinations. So the this little like loincloth here suffered the consequences of me doing that so many times. It's such short succession, with the heat gun and stuff. So cracked a little bit, but honestly, nothing crazy. Nothing we can bounce back from here as we go through and touch up the paints. That's what we're doing now, right? So Dixie, by the way, I forgot to answer your question. Deathstroke's looking good. We just finished him up not too long ago, right before he hopped on. So cool. Yeah, that brown was easy to touch up as well. Jonah, what's up? Caden, what's up? Here's the legs. They're completely finished. I just glossed them earlier, like 10 minutes ago earlier. Those are the legs and the diaper piece. And then the other parts are off to the side because they have to go to the spray booth. Ash, it's not actually Deathstroke. Awesome, Claudia. Thanks for chilling so long. Let's go ahead, I guess, touch up the gold real quick, just in case we overpaint a little bit. We can touch it up with the green. Again, another fine tip. Get some gold out. Why did I amputate him? I had to for the greater good. So the gold looks pretty good up here too. There's little pieces somewhere I remember seeing when I first put it together. All right, cool. Gold on the arms looks good. Let me go through the belt real quick. I think the gold up here held up really well. I don't think I remember seeing anything. Yeah, gold held up over here pretty well too. That all looks good. That looks all good down here. Nice. Everything looks good. Oh yeah. Wanted to paint this gold. Yeah, Cowboy Duck. I have done a lizard. See ya, LTM. Thanks for hanging out, man. This one right here, this Doom. No, probably not. This one I'll probably want to keep. The lizard. There should be a Instagram reel. Yeah, on him. Yeah. Surely this isn't as shiny. Day Twist, what's up, bro? Razor, what's up, bro? Don't do me like this. Yeah, Patty, you want it? Let's touch up the green. With probably the darker green, yeah. Yeah, I think if I were to ever sell this, this would probably be one of the more expensive customs I sold just because of how much work went into it, how many different pieces. By the time I'm finally done with it, yeah, how much labor hours. It's funny that the two customs I'm doing right now, Doom and Hobgoblin, are like pretty well known for having capes, and I don't have capes on either one. I wouldn't mind a cape on either one, but like I said recently, I'm trying to be like more resourceful with what I have, so I currently don't own a green or orange cape that would work good. Or, you know, in this sense, he's Sorcerer Supreme, so even a red one I could fudge in. But I just don't exactly have anything. The greens look good on there. Let's move over here. This green got a little bit more worn out. That's why for now I painted some of this like sculpt up to look like he's got the whatchamacallit just kind of wrapped around him. I was planning on putting like a cape on him originally, so that's why there's a huge chunk missing out of the gold piece. I thought that was gonna be covered up, so that's why I've been like trying to figure out what I want to use to cover that up. But Haven't settled on anything yet, so. Put an arm cannon on there for like a day and a half, and Death and Black Hole thought it was a two-headed monster, which I thought was funny. It in the picture I sent to the Discord, it did look two-headed. I was just messing with ideas. I didn't like it either, but sent a Discord to see. Because sometimes I'll have a good idea or like an idea, I'm like, nah, that's not as good an idea as I think, and then you guys love it, so I'm like, oh, well, okay then. I shall proceed with said idea. But it seemed like everyone was on the same page there. I think maybe with a different style arm cannon even. Just the one I had was less than ideal. Okay, that looks cool. The inside part I'll work on if it becomes an issue. The inside part just really doesn't want to take paint, so if I don't have to paint it, I won't. So all the greens looks good now. Cool. Yeah, I am running out of Spidey villains. I got yeah, doing the Sinister 50, yeah. Oh, no worries at all, J Twist. Sorry, just catching up on messages. Yeah, I have not done a Silver Surfer, but that would be fun. Yeah, I think we could do a pretty interesting take on that. And like you said, it's like a super simple design, so for better or for worse. It's a shame Pred helmet missed this part. This is an arm cannon stolen off of a Predator. I'll paint it up black. Let that dry, and then I'll do just like a really heavy silver dry brush over it, or maybe since it's like, maybe it's not Ultron's, maybe it's just Alien Tech and Doom's using Ultron's head to power it, something like that. That works for me. That works for my head canon. But that arm cannon I just that cannon I just painted up is going to be an arm cannon on the arm closest to the Ultron head, and that's the wires from the Ultron head are going to go into that, and that's what we're going to do there. And then we'll get an arm cannon that we like eventually. No, shoulder cannon. I just said this is the arm cannon. Yeah, shoulder cannon we like. Paint this up while I got the black paint out. This is actually not for Doom. This is for another custom, so I'm curious to see if you guys could figure that out. Yeah, I definitely think Ultron transferred at least a part of him before he got destroyed. This version of him got destroyed by Doom, so Ultron still exists. I also flirted with the idea of like the idea that like Doom becomes so powerful that the Avengers kind of have come to agree and say like, okay, we have to like bring back another Ultron. What'd you do? Is that why she went nuts over here? Do I plan on making the brothers? I would be lying if I said I knew who the brothers were. Oh, Kane and Ben. Yeah, I plan on making versions of them eventually. At least that's the plan. That is said plan. We'll see though. I did want to put this on Doom. There's like a power bank of some sort that he's going to be using. Yeah, Latveria thriving. Razor, yeah, I remember that custom you were telling me about. Is this Doom gonna have a Christoph? I thought about it. I'm making a character called Mega Empress. Oh, okay. Is it an original character, or is that a character that I'm just unfamiliar with from another franchise? Am I selling this Doom? I didn't plan on it. Since this is like a ton of work's going into it, and it's a pretty unique sculpt, design, whatever. If I did, definitely want to be cheap, like I was saying earlier. That's where I'm going to drill a hole for this. Yeah. Well, that's definitely a price that talks. Fantastic. What's up, bro? How you doing? Finally here since a long time. Yeah, I got some newer people, newer people that are returning. Been here the last couple of streams. I think right, some of you guys are like 2 or 3 streams in now. Oh, you're working on your own comic universe? Nice. Based off of all original characters? Izaka was here. He dipped a little while back, I think. Uh-oh, what happened? I looked away for a couple minutes. Shit, Joe Mama, I don't know. I looked away for a couple of minutes to look back, and there's all kinds of stuff happening in here. People getting banned, like, basically forever, and all kinds of stuff. Cool. Arm cannon done too. You leaving? Oh my God, yes, please. Yeah, definitely. Bye. Yeah, Echo will truly see anything. What head am I using for Doom? This one. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, your favorite YouTuber? Thank you, thank you. You guys are too kind. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for being patient as I keep dipping off screen to wash my hands or say goodbye to Miss Chris before she goes to work. You guys are good troopers. And good supporters and good mods too. I appreciate the assist. Razor Slasher, I'm bad about checking the chat frequently, so thank you. I don't know. I honestly don't know Grid's comic appearances or lore that much. I just know, yeah, Injustice, and he looked cool, and he was, I think, literally like $12 on Amazon when I bought him, and I thought he looked cool, and I obviously used his body for what's his nuts? Oh my goodness, why am I drawing such a blank? Guys, what? Oh, the Crime Syndicate. Yeah, he's evil cyborg. Exactly. That's right. I do remember seeing that. You have church in a couple hours and you're still hanging out with me? Thank you. So much silver getting on here. Now he's got an arm cannon. How's that look? Claudia, awesome. Thanks for still being here. This somehow glued sideways. Whatever. I gotta touch up there's so much silver, like basically glitter on the. Should probably touch up the red too because of it. There's just so much. I don't know if it was from when I was dry brushing. Yeah, I'll touch up the red. Or maybe I had some on my fingers and I accidentally touched the finger. That happens pretty often too. Batman Who Last But with good writing. Yeah. Yeah, he looks cool, but that's like where all is like that's the only reason. What am I trying to say? Like, that's the only reason why he's relevant is because how cool he looks. I know that much. I know, like, pretty much no one likes that comic. No one likes the story. Everyone thinks it could be better. It's, like, pretty mid. Crime Syndicate? Yeah, it is a cool concept. I don't know. I honestly don't know a ton about it, but the little bit I do know is really cool. Or of red and stuff is pretty neat. He needs like a fist hand for the cannon arm. Let me figure out my brush situation here so nothing actually dries out. I cleaned the desk off just to make somehow an even bigger mess. That's how these customs go. You get like knee deep into it, and then it's just like a constant mess. What's some I only really know like some of the comic stuff as far as like Crime Syndicate goes and stuff. What's like a you guys said there's a good animated movie? I'll watch that after the stream tonight while I'm chilling, eating some late night chili and Fritos. Shadow, what's up, bro? Yeah, Firestorm is like a really underutilized Justice League character. I've noticed that too. Animated movie was goated? Okay, cool. One thing DC's always done well, seems like, was as much as like the Snyderverse movies missed and stuff, seems like they always put out some real good animation. I guess I should probably paint up this head. Let me super glue it into place and then Justice League Crisis on Two Earths. Okay, that's the animated movie I should be watching. Jay Twist, thanks, bro. Unboxing and Customs. We're working on Doctor Strange, or not Doctor Strange. Well, I guess kind of Doctor Strange. Doctor Doom. Okay, now that the hood is glued down, I can water down the green paint and paint that on there. It's super watered down, so it won't cover really well the first coat, but as long as you guys trust the process, we'll be good. This hood has like a lot of creases and stuff, so this is the like layering dry brush I do for like lighter shades to like really add depth. Look real good on this hood with all these extra creases and stuff. I think this was the only thing I had to paint green still. I think the rest of the body's in a good spot. Yeah, body's good. Under Red Hood. Yeah, I heard that's like every print that almost comes up like once a stream, it seems, because of how good it is. And it's another reason why a lot of people keep saying if Mike's still in here, and Black Hole and all of them, they're major Red Hood stands. And I know that movie alone is a huge reason why people would love Jensen Ackles as Red Hood, Jason Todd. The new Red Hood comics are vile, like awful, or just like bad writing, or like vile content, or what? One of my favorite people ask me all the time when this gets brought up, and my favorite Robin's honestly is probably Tim Drake. And I know that's like, I wouldn't say like a hot take, but it's often not everyone else's. It seems, based off of the conversations we've had, people seem to really like Dick or Jason Todd. You know my videos. Thank you, Crowbars. Yeah, he uses crowbars instead of guns. Should give him a sword or the hammer and Stormbreaker. Yeah, I thought about that. I figured because he's got the arm cannon in one hand, and then since he's like basically rounding up like the most OP stuff imaginable, yeah, I figured he would have like Mjolnir or something. So. Well, that's kind of funny. They at least address it and kind of make fun of him for using crowbars. He's beefy now with all the extra bits added onto him. This dude's gonna be so OP. Turkey Dirk, what's up? I think it's... Now you're making me second guess, Joe Mama. Yeah, Dick is the OG. Yeah, because Tim is the Red Robin. But yeah, I know Tim is Yeah, I agree. I wish they kept him doing Red Robin. Yeah, Red X was Jason. In the shoujo manga, yeah, at the run from Teen Titans Show and Teen Titans Go was 10. Yeah, I agree. Red X Solo comic would go crazy hard. Did you already do a Doctor Doom custom? That's actually what we're working on right now. Make it Gwen Stacy? Yeah, that'd be fun. I need to put some red down on this red to fix all the metallic I actually got on there. Cool. Fix the red. Oh, I got the red in my hand. Let me go ahead and work on this. No, Spawn is Image Comics. You should put a Robert Downey Jr. head on. Yeah, a lot of people have said that. Oh, oh, the custom's a different one now. Yeah, no one said anything. I was wondering if anyone noticed. What were your grades? And you know, it's actually so funny. Everyone is always surprised by this, but I I flunked art class like really hard all throughout high school. It was usually my period of school where I would skip with my friends and do anything but art class. I think my senior year of high school, it was literally when like the finals came, it was literally impossible for me to pass if even if I got 100. So so for my final, I just turned in a stick figure and then left. Because no matter how hard I tried, I was gonna fail the class. So what was the point? Um, my teacher ended up passing me anyway, so I could graduate high school and not miss high school graduation for an art course. But moral of the story: don't be like me. Uh, yeah. Hi, Patty. I didn't do anything that was a decision by my mods. I guess a lot of people didn't appreciate what felt like you pressuring me to sell stuff. Oh yes, this, um, I forgot I switched bodies. I see everyone notice I'm working on something new. It's a little teaser I dropped in the Discord earlier. Wasn't even sure I was gonna drop it on stream tonight because we got so distracted with other customs. But it's funny, someone kept mentioning Venom, and I was like, no, I already made a Venom. I don't really care to make another Venom. Blah blah blah. That was a little bit of a fib. Because today, pre-stream, I worked on this. Check it out. It's originally a spawn, so Joe Mama's not wrong. It is originally a spawn, but we're making Agent Venom. It is indeed an Agent Venom. Here's its arms. Here's the rest of his arms. And then his legs. So he's gonna be a massive absolute tank. Monster Venom. But also Agent Monster Venom. And I went with the red one because it just looks cool, like the Thunderbolt style, and two, so I could be really sloppy with this paint job, this black paint job, and not worry about getting it on the V. This figure is originally red, like a dark red. So I painted this black. I painted it all the way black, and then I did a dry brush of blue. You can still kind of see it in there, and then I did a light gray dry brush, and then I went back over it with black one last time to get like this really texture, really like deep dark, like black blue color. So yeah, Marvel Rivals Agent Venom, exactly. This yeah, Mike guessed it immediately. So did Joe Mama actually, but just the tiniest teaser. You're able to peg it immediately, which I'm glad, because I was like, again, some of these designs are a little bit stray from the huge. I don't know. I know people love Agent Venom. People have been begging me to make Agent Venom for months. And I honestly don't know a ton about Agent Venom. I have the amazing Yamaguchi figure. It's amazing. I've seen some like comic stills and stuff of him. So I don't know. When I Googled him, it looks like he keeps the same style pretty much forever, besides like the Thunderbolts red. So like him having like a little bit different of a logo, because I don't feel like painting or sculpting the rest of this to like turn into spider legs or something. But it just looks like a V for Venom, kind of, you know. Kind of suspension of belief. But I was like, well, you know, Sony movies didn't even put anything. He's just a slime blob. So my Agent Venom won't have a spider logo either. Plus, he's gonna have a bunch of vests and stuff, I think, eventually. If I can find something to fit that backpack I painted up a little while back. When I told you guys it's for a different custom altogether, not Doom or Hobgoblin. It's for this guy. He's gonna have a massive backpack. He's gonna have a bunch of a bunch of guns, as he should, right? I think this body works really good for him, though, ultimately. I like the way it looks. Yeah, that's pretty much all I knew, Mike, was that it was Flash Thompson. I don't know much else past that. But yeah, don't worry, Dixie. I'm using a spawn head for this. It was funny because when I originally painted this up like this, you know, before I started painting the red on here, I was like, damn, this is actually just like a really good spawn paint job. Like now I need to get my hands on a spawn and repaint it. This dry brush technique worked out really good. I'm hopefully, Black Hole has the artist proof spawn from the Kickstarter, and we're hopefully going to work out trade so I can get that. And so when I do, I guess I'll do the same paint job on that. I think it'll come out really good. All right, Post Perfect. See you, man. All right, Matrix Bro. Thanks for hanging out. You're getting baptized? That's exciting, Razor. I think. That's good, right? You're excited for it? That's cool, man. Zach, are you still here? I know you said you're doing stop motion while you hung out. Proud helmet. Gamer Guy Mike was there. We were on a chat together the other night. Pred Helmet was teaching me some stuff about stop motion. I'm hoping to try to get into it. He made it whatever app he uses, whatever, makes it seem like it's, I'm not gonna say easy. Stop motion still seems insanely hard, but more obtainable than I thought. So I'm gonna try to give it a go. Okay, cool. Got the edges painted in, so now I can go through the rest and just paint it a little bit faster. The edges are painted in. It's looking good so far. Dr. Space Monkey, thanks for hanging out, bro. Warhammer drip, of course. Yeah. Joe Mama, I was surprised by the amount of religious people in here too. I personally don't practice any religion myself. But again, like Joe Mama said, no disrespect to anyone that does. I respect your guys's, choice and decision in practicing and stuff. That's the beauty of it all, right? Givino, what's up? Sour Patch, what's up, bro? Dixie, all right, man. Thanks for hanging out, bro. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, we're working on Doom. He's drying in the back. We added a bunch of parts and paint to him. Orca, yeah, exactly. And we're working on this now. Jay Vino, if you recognize it at all, or have any good guesses. What base am I using? This for Dr. Doom. It's a Batman Azrael. Yeah, Sour Patch. It's Venom. Oh, for the Venom, it's this is a what the hell is his name? I just had it. It's Monolith, I think, or something like that. It's a Spawn character. It's gonna be his belt. This is gonna be his belt, full of ammo and stuff. And he's gonna have robotic arms and legs. It's gonna look pretty sweet. Yeah, Dixie, please do. I think Mike had to censor it because it was giving him problems of some kind. That's my bad part about painting over white. It's gonna take a lot of coats. That's fine though. Perfect example of how important it is to water your paints. Just do really thin layers. Just trust the process. It's gonna look terrible after like the first coat because it's all thin. It's a little streaky. Just trust the process and you'll get there. You'll get to the end result you're looking for. Mike, how's your Venom coming out? Besides the whole no white paint dilemma, what'd you end up using for the black since the Rit didn't work? Was that nail polish? Is that what you? Now you sent pictures in the Discord. Are these hot? No, I don't have any hot toys. Too big and far too expensive for me. It's like the thing is like the quality of Hot Toys is obviously there, right? Like you definitely get what you pay for, but that's the thing is like, just like if you strictly collect like Mayfex or whatever, I guess like Hot Toys does come out with stuff at a much faster rate than like Mayfex does, and even SH Figure Arts does better than Mayfex. I would say is the exception with how slow they are. Like Mayfex and Mezco release figures at a very at like a snail's pace. But with any of the imports or especially with Hot Toys and stuff, you basically are going to get far less options than if you collect domestics. You know, what's a really random like Marvel Legends we've gotten? Like what's the eyeball dude they made that's a Ghost Rider villain? Like they're not gonna make a hot toys of that. They're not gonna make a Mayfex of that. So when you want to get like oddball stuff like that, that's where the domestics come in. That's why I do like a mixture of both. Like especially for like characters I love. Like I have some Mayfex Spider-Man, some SHF, some Mezco stuff like that for like characters I love. And so that can be like my definitive version, and then for more eccentric characters or characters I would want but only for like 20-30 bucks, I'll get domestics. Like the Mezco Doc Ock and Green Goblin are like literally perfect. So I'll gladly pay like the Doc Ock I had to overpay for because I thought the promo pictures kind of looked bad, so I didn't bother pre-ordering it. I had like a custom Doc Ock. I was like, no, my custom, I had like soft codes on it and stuff, so I was like, no, my custom is plenty good enough. Then I started seeing in-hand pictures of the Mezco Doc Ock. I was like, gosh darn it, I need that. So I overpaid for that one, but Green Goblin I got at retail price or whatever, like 100 bucks. I think it was like the Spider-Man was like 120 and the Goblin was like 100, or maybe vice versa. But I have the Mezco Goblin and Spider-Man, and they're amazing. I hope Mezco continues to make like classic Spider-Man villains. Like I don't know who else would be really good like Mezco style. Mysterio would be amazing. Umi, thanks, bro. Nail polish pen and some black paint. Okay, okay. What paint do I use? I use folk art a lot. And then when I'm not using folk art, I use golden acrylics. That's a newer brand I've been using that I really like. Cool thing about, like, another reason why I overpainted the black on these white parts, because it was like, it wouldn't have been that hard to like stay inside the lines, you know, when I was doing like the original, like, because like I said, this body was originally red, like a dark red, is because I knew like it would add this like difference in like this variance in red, you know, like, so even as I put these layers on and then I put the more transparent red on from the golden acrylics I like to use, it's gonna add like this nice like variety in color. And so gonna look good, gonna look real good. Honestly, it wasn't short because, like I said, people were begging me to make a Agent Venom Forever, and I was like, it's like kind of, it's just like one of those characters that like it's. I'm sure it's a great character. Like I said, I haven't read a ton of comics with him in it or anything, but it's just like everyone becomes obsessed with like certain characters, you know. And it's like, okay, well, I get it. Like Agent Venom. I mean, I had, like I said, I have the Amazing Yamaguchi Agent Venom, and then the CT Toys Agent Anti-Venom, so I guess I only have so much room to talk, right? But I was like, I don't, you know, some characters I just want to kind of skip over in my universe because it's like, okay, I get it, like. But then I got the idea for this morning, actually. Like I said, I did this all this afternoon and this morning. Before stream, I was like, oh, stream's gonna love this. That's like a little surprise, like, oh, guess what I've been working on in secret. And I think this will be really cool. Like I said, it's kind of like a hybrid of like Monster Venom and Agent Venom, and I think that fits this universe really good, you know. Plus, he's gonna have like the robotic bits and stuff, so again, like I said, it'll fit this universe a little bit better. So I was like, okay, it's time we add Agent Venom to the ranks, especially because like people are asking all the time, where's Venom, are you ever going to make a Venom for this universe? And what's funny is I even said earlier in this stream, knowing damn well I was going to show off this guy at some point, kind of throw you guys off my scent for a little while. I was like, no, I'm not going to bother making a Venom. Like, my comic style custom Venom's good enough, blah, blah, blah. Now this will be the main Venom in my universe. And then, like, potentially hot take, but like the Red Goblin I made, I was like, no, that won't be like the main Carnage in my universe, blah, blah, blah. That would be like kind of cheap. But honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think it will be the main Carnage in my universe. For now, you know, Carnage at any time, or yeah, can shed the Goblin armor and move on to another host, and can be convenient for the story at any given time. But I kind of like, because I know the original Red Goblin in the comics was like so OP that Spidey had to use a Venom symbiote, right, to beat it. So see you, Sour Patch Robot. Thanks for hanging out, bro. Razor, you have me on Discord. You could reach out to me there. Oh, long form video on the War Machine. I could definitely do that. Oh yeah, oh, this guy Godzilla spikes on his back. Yeah, that'd be insane. I could do something like that. It's looking so good so far. Considering it's been a while since a custom came together so easily. It's honestly been kind of like I've been losing my motivation recently because some of these customs have been like fighting back so much. I'm losing my mojo. Stuff isn't going together as good as it used to. So this guy coming together in one night, for the most part, you know, the idea and the concept and knowing that's all going to work was a huge relief. But right, Doom is drawing off. He's in a good stopping point for now. We made great progress with him. He's got an arm cannon. Oh man, this is even more sideways now. Whatever. So he's got an arm cannon and a backpack. The head's wired into the arm cannon. I'll probably like crisscross some wires around here into here, and then this will power whatever's going to be on this side. Will power whatever's on his shoulder here. We'll paint in some of this stuff. He'll put some hands on him. Put the Infinity Stones on this gauntlet. The head's painted up. We got to do some of the lighter dry brushing on there, and then we can pop that on. So the upper body of Doom's pretty much, well, not done, but it's getting there finally. And then his lower body's pretty much done. The legs are all chromed out now. I have to go over the yellow a couple more times and then fix the joints because I haven't gotten to the joints yet. Paint those chrome. Diaper piece is chromed out. This has been fixed. So yeah, we're in a good spot. But Hobgoblin's done now. I just have to clear coat that one more time. But all that being said, I think this is also a good stopping point for tonight because I'm getting tired. Yeah, he isn't gonna have any room for a cape. Umi, yeah, for the most part, I finished Hobgoblin. Here's his legs. These are completely done. As you can see, I put clear nail polish on the chainmail so it's more sparkly, and then I dull coated the armor so, like, you know, there's like difference in textures. And then I have to still clear coat the torso and arms of Hobgoblin one more time and then nail polish those. Oh, maybe a cloak, yeah. Definitely a lot of different options. I'm just putting this guy on screen again because I saw a bunch of people are jumping into the stream. That's cool. Yeah, I was thinking of on the shoulder putting a on a like a cape or something before. So maybe I will end up putting something on him. Yeah, I'll try. I'll probably clear coat this tonight too, or like put a clear coat on it for now, and like so I can move forward, like move it around a bit. Start putting some, probably dye some wrist joints and hands, and put that on there tomorrow. Yeah, the Hobgoblin. Yeah, that's gonna look real good together too. Venom's right arm. Yeah, what is it? What base is the Dr. Doom? It is a Batman Azrael. And then this is a Spawn Monolith, I think it is. Yeah, of course, man. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'll give you, since you guys are hanging out, being so cool all night, Give you guys a little sneak peek of what else I've been working on. This is going to be another symbiote. This is going to be a fully original symbiote. Uh-oh. Oh, no. So I just broke the dude's hands off. That's definitely not what my intentions were. But check it out. I'm gonna use this as a base for a symbiote. And this dude is huge. When this guy is fully standing, he's massive. Alright, Umi Vlogs. Appreciate it. Appreciate you hanging out, man. And losing some sleep. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. They get toxin? Okay, I could see that. Yeah, this is one of the Arkhams. The Joker Titan. Because Death in a Black Hole really liked my Red Goblin and said every symbiote I make moving forward should be like nightmare fuel. And I think this guy would be a terrifying symbiote, especially because when his legs are on, he's probably the tallest figure I have so far. And then, yeah, you know, Agent Venom is going to be big and cyborgy, and this is his head. So he's scary too. And of course, Red Goblin. So I'm making a lot of scary symbiotes. That's the goal. But if you Google Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, look at his right arm design. Okay, I'll look up his right arm. Oh yeah, I'll give him white eyes. He'll have the white eyes for sure. Huge body, tiny head. Yeah, I know. McFarlane loves doing that. I do shop at Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah. I buy from there pretty frequently. That's where I do most of my pre-orders from. I know they're a lot slower than a lot of places, and they charge a little bit extra, but they just seem to be the safest as far as like they don't really cancel often and stuff like that. So I recommend Big Bad Toy Store. But yeah, all right. I've showed you guys some teasers. We worked on a bunch of stuff tonight. We made some great progress on Dr. Doom, a custom I was going to give up on a couple weeks ago. Hobgoblin is done. Agent Venom we made a ton of progress on. So, yeah, it was a really successful stream. I'm glad to have hung out with you guys all night. Thank you for spending your Saturday night with me. Your super late Saturday night, especially for some of you guys that have church and work and everything else in the morning. Thank you for hanging out with me all night. It means the world to me always. If you know, I was talking about this in my Discord sometime last week. Most of my streams aren't guaranteed. I do Friday nights always. I always make sure to schedule Friday nights. I do the occasional Saturday night, and I've been doing Tuesday nights. But life happens pretty frequently, so Saturday night streams usually get canceled, and Tuesday night streams aren't always guaranteed. But Tuesday night streams seem to be becoming the norm. My girlfriend's been picking up shifts on Tuesday nights, so I have the night to myself, and what better way to spend it after a long shift at work than hanging out with you guys and painting figures. So, you know, unless she has a Tuesday off, I will be streaming on Tuesday nights from now on, so definitely try to catch one of those. I know a lot of you guys are younger or have school, work, whatever it may be on Wednesdays mornings. So totally understand that the crowd's going to be a lot smaller on Tuesday nights. I know for Joe Mama, it's like lunchtime when I stream on Tuesday nights, so it works out for him. But make a drunk stream. Yeah, I don't drink alcohol. I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life. I could drink like endless coffee and have like a highly caffeinated stream. That might be similar. But yeah, all that whole tangent just to say, as of right now, I'm gonna go live Tuesday night, but just in case I don't, I will definitely see you guys Friday. But keep an eye out on the Discord. If you have a Discord, you're not in my Discord yet, definitely join. We always have fun there. Check me out on Instagram and TikTok, YouTube here, of course. A new long form video went out today. Another one came out Wednesday. And then another one will be coming out this Wednesday and another one next Saturday. So we have a bunch of content that I'm finally catching up on and putting out. So keep an eye out for that. Continue to support me in any way you can. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And yeah, as always, guys, I love and appreciate every single one of you so much. And until ASM might yeah, you might have, Mike. But yeah, thank you guys all so much. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Good night, everyone.